Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 44 of your favorite podcast about African basketball. We, every week, we're here talking, debating, some losing, some winning the quiz, but like we do this for you. And I have my co host, once again, the OG. I think
Hello, everyone.
she's traveling. I can tell she's
Oh,
traveling.
I'm at my mum and dad's. I'm in London, as you can tell by
Not,
the
not
background.
me. Not
No, I
me.
mean, yeah.
No, man. And we got the island boy, aka the quiz master. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And I heard it's a secret about the quiz today is gonna be fire. So I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, hey. I think I just even the playing field. No AfroBasket questions that you wrote the articles. No 1917 questions. No. Now it's gonna be some accurate stuff. And then wait till like we got like another 40 minutes. You'll be surprised.
Haters,
Anyway,
haters
listen,
gonna
once again,
hate.
we're not hating, we're congratulating. We gave you the nickname. You're like the quiz master. But anyways, listen, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, follow us on every platform. We on Instagram, we on TikTok, we on YouTube, we on X, we on Facebook. And then in terms of the spot, like the audio, we on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now. So so we got the holy trilogy, but not trilogy. Anyways,
Wow,
listen, we got a great show today. Got a great episode today. We're gonna go talk about what's happening right now with the OG, and we got some surprises for you guys later on. So, the first topic, as always, hot topics. There you go. The mic is yours, lady.
Hot topics. So this week, if you haven't heard, the NBA and FIBA are planning a new African Development League. So this is big news as reports say that they're working on a brand new African Development League and it's designed to sit just underneath the BAL. Giving local players and clubs a direct path into professional basketball. Think of this as the missing bridge between national leagues and the BAL's franchise system. So it's got more structure, more visibility, and more opportunities for African talent to develop right here at home on the continent. If this plan goes ahead, it could reshape the entire ecosystem from scouting and sponsorship to how fans follow the game across the continent. So, that's something to definitely look out for, and more news will come in 2026 about that. The next story, if you've been following the Ogwumike sisters, you'll remember that they wanted to play for Nigeria after winning gold medals with the USA. So FIBA has denied Nike, Nneka, no, let's go with Nneka Ogwumike's application to play for Nigeria again. In another headline that sparked a lot of debate online, FIBA has denied Nneka Ogwumike's application to represent Nigeria at next year's World Cup 2026. Sorry, at next year's World Cup and the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. This is the third time her request has been denied, despite her long standing efforts to switch allegiances from the United States to Nigeria, the country of her family's heritage. Ogwumike last represented the USA in 2014 and 2018's Women's World Cup, which reportedly influenced FIBA's decision. Fans are questioning the consistency of the rule, especially since other players have switched national teams with more ease. For now, another setback for the Tigers and a star who's been trying to reconnect with her African roots on the biggest stage. So that's it for Hot Topics this week. Hopefully, you found something there that sparks your interest. Talk to us in the comments and let us know what you think about this week's biggest stories. Back to you, Pedro.
Can I just say something? You mentioned other stars, the players have been allowed to compete, switch nationalities, get some passports in a cereal box or whatever. Hey, listen, you want to play? you want to play for this team? Come over. My question is, how come Embiid could play for the States? How come Adam Bona could play for Turkey? Shane Larkin could play for Turkey. So it's not like right
I
now this woman wants to play. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think one of the things FIBA has contested is the fact that she's won gold medals twice with Team USA. So for her to switch from USA to Nigeria, their argument is everybody knows you as an American player. You can't now say you're Nigerian. Whereas her argument is, I was always Nigerian. My parents are Nigerian. I just happened to be born in the United States and I played for them. And according to FIBA's rules, you have to let, I believe, 3 years pass since you last played with that national team for you to apply to play for a different team. With the other players, especially men's teams, I don't fully understand why the rules seem to be different. I think with Joel Embiid, you could argue he's a bigger star. Also, he never played for Cameroon, correct? He always played for USA. As in, he's never played a World Cup or an Olympic game with a national team. The first time he played was with USA. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but he was like
So
fishing
then,
for.
yeah, but he was fishing, but he never committed. I think the difference between Ogwumike and Embiid is that she's won gold medals with Team USA. She's represented Team USA at the Olympics and at the World Cup. So for her now to say, okay, I want to play for Nigeria, you can understand FIBA's position. I think it's almost the same thing with Thonmaker. Thonmaker was born in Australia, but he's a South Sudanese refugee. Technically, he didn't have a country to play for because South Sudan did not exist. Then South Sudan existed. Now they're a
Yeah.
basketball federation. They're not giving him the opportunity to go and play for South Sudan. And I think that this is what, like, if you've won a medal, I think is different to you haven't played for a country before.
Can I? But it happened recently. Recently, it happened with João Gomes, Betinho Gomes. He used to play for. He played a Eurobasket with Portugal. Actually, two of them, if I'm not mistaken. And then he was able to go and play. He qualified, help qualify Cape Verde to the World Cup, and then went to he played Afro basket. So we're talking about is the same thing. I mean, didn't okay? Portugal didn't win the Euro basket. Okay, but like
So what do
FIBA
you
has a.
think is going on then? What do you think is their reason for not allowing her to change?
What if Nigeria beats the USA?
But Nigeria could beat the USA like in the next few years anyway. Like if we look at teams on the up and coming now, people will argue Nigeria is the next biggest in terms of women's basketball, is the next biggest team. Potentially Belgium, maybe France are the next biggest team, and potentially Australia or China in terms of Asia are the next teams that could take Team USA down, especially now you don't have Tarazi. Caitlin Clark is not going to play. Asia Wilson is maybe won't play as well. This is the time to beat USA. But also, what does it matter to FIBA if USA doesn't win? They're not. FIBA is just the governing body. It's irrelevant to them who wins. All they want is the biggest stars of the competition. So that my question is, what do they gain from not letting her play for Nigeria?
Uh, what do they gain for not letting Atermajok play for South Sudan or Thon Maker in that case?
Do you think South Sudan are a better team if those players play?
They will be Atermajok will be the yeah, he will be the elder statesman,
Hmm.
help like Kaman Malwar,
Hmm.
the transition from like playing in NBA Africa, African NBA Academy, and then playing at a BAL level, then going to the States and playing at Duke, and now being in the NBA. So he will be somebody that these guys can relate. Because come on, he played with Shaq and Kobe. My jock played with Shaq and Kobe. So he
I
would he
just,
would.
I personally don't think FIBA has a dog in the race. I can understand people's mindset because it's exactly what you said. If other players are allowed to switch, why can't the two Nigerian players switch? But I don't think the reasons behind that is because they don't want Nigeria to beat USA. That doesn't make any sense to me. It just does, because I don't understand what they gain from that.
But there's got to be a reason.
Well, yeah, I guess their reason is the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I think
mean,
that there's a
three,
rule.
4 years have passed.
I think there's a rule that says that you can't have two naturalized players. So if we bring in the two sisters, both can't play. I think we need to go back into the rules and see what it says basically, so we understand what's the motivation
But they were
behind.
Nigerian from the get go. I think they were
Yeah, but
Nigerian from the get go.
they've always been Nigeria. They have Nigerian passports. They just chose. It's not like they. If I understand correctly, it's not like the Ogwumike sisters got Nigerian passports after. They've always had them.
I think the rule
Unless I'm wrong with
is
that.
I think the rule is if you've already played for a senior team, you can't switch. This is the rule.
No,
Ah.
no, Betinho did it. He played for senior team in Portugal in two Eurobaskets in
Oh
2007
wow.
and 2011. He played. Oh, he played. That's another thing. He played for Portugal, and then he played for Cape Verde now. You know, and then there's
I
another
don't know
reason.
the reason. I
There's
don't know
another
the
reason.
reason.
because
If you had
because
the passport before you were 16, there's another thing.
Yes,
You need to be
yes.
16 before.
Hmm.
But if I don't know if with their parents, because there's a lot. I know a lot of Angolans that they have kids somewhere and they don't take care, they don't take care of the Angolan passport only later on. And I know cases of girls that and guys that weren't able to play for Angola because Angola already had a naturalized player, and then they will count as naturalized. I know that, but I don't think that's the case. There's it's either way is above my pay grade, your pay grade, Jonathan's pay grade. We don't know.
but what about uh, Italy Lucas, because she won the gold medal with Team USA on the with
Oh
under
crap, she
19s.
did. Under
So how
19s. That's
how
a
how
good
did she
point.
how did she get to play? Because I think if you start playing for a senior team, then you can't make the switch. But yeah, we still need to look into the
Yeah.
specifics of a rule to grab to know why FIBA says no. But the
Yeah,
rule goes
Let's look
around
at that
something like
next
that.
week. Let's look
yeah.
at that next week.
And if someone knows, please, hit the comment section and tell us. And also, Josh Okogie, he played for you for he played for the U.S. He played for the U.S. in U19, the World
Damn.
Cup.
So there's
And he's playing for
precedent.
Nigeria now.
No, but okay. But here's the thing: all the people we're mentioning have played for youth teams.
Betinho played for
Ogwemiki
the senior
played.
level.
Oh yeah, okay. He played at senior level. Okay, so there is a precedent between. I really think it's to do with the medals. I think it's the fact that, like on a Wikipedia account, it would say Nneka Ogwumike, two gold medals with USA, and then okay, like a silver medal or with Nigeria, and then people be like, hold on, wait, what? How does that even
Okay.
make
Oh,
sense?
yeah.
Yeah, or
Okay.
potentially a gold medal with Nigeria. Like, how can you have two gold medals with two different countries on two different continents? But I
Yeah.
think
True.
that's something FIBA also needs to take a look at, because the world's like geography is changing. Just because your parents are from somewhere doesn't mean necessarily that you are born in that place, or you don't identify with that group of people. You might feel one way when you're young and then feel a different way when you're older. And I think sometimes FIBA doesn't fully understand that you can be from more than one place. You can
True.
embrace the cultures and the mannerisms of more than one tribe of people. How do they then make people pick and choose? Because also I've always wondered, like, if you have a parent, let's say from Ghana and from Sierra Leone, how are you supposed, like, who do you play for? And they're expecting you to just pick one nationality, and that's the hill you must die on, so the other part of you doesn't exist or is not important. I've
You
never understood
mentioned
that.
it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because let me give you an example. There's one kid, he played for Angola. He was born in Holland. Dimitri Makonde was born in Holland, played Eurobasket for for Holland. I think it was U16, yeah. And then he played the World Cup for Angola. And I know another case it's the kid is he's Ugandan, Ugandan dad, Rwandan mom. He's a UK citizen. He used to play for GB, and then he picked Uganda. He played Afrobasket now. Tijan, I know
Tijan,
another
right?
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
His
And he's good
but
too
his sister plays for GB.
for GB. Yeah.
His sister's a killer. She's a
Or
killer.
even
He's
the
a killer.
Ogwumikes, there's three of them. The younger one played for U18 or U16 Nigeria, but the older two played for USA. Because
Wow,
the Ogwumikes have three sisters.
wow, we'll find out. We'll find out. Listen,
It's complicated.
whatever it is, please hit the comment section. Let us know, because we're gonna do our research too. And then we got.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, we got the FIBA connection times two, so they can
Good.
find that information, if they
We
want
dig.
to. And
Ask
anyways,
questions.
let's go to the next. I mean, this is a little bit, it's important to me. Let's see. Last topic is the question of the week, and it's like this: how much are current African basketball stars contributing to the concept of pay it forward? How much are they involved in finding the next great African star? And then, because we see, I'm going to give you a little overview of the whole concept. Maybe not everyone knows. Pay it forward is kind of like something happened to you, and then it's my duty to pay it forward. I do something good happened to me, and I'm going to go make something good happen to somebody else, and then, in the future they're going to do, like it's a revolving door of blessings, so to speak. And then I know a lot of ath- I mean, I'm not going to say athletes, but like there's a lot of people that go and they want to invest in the next generation of building the next generation of stars, leaders, so you name it. Unfortunately, what I see, because let's say this concept of pay it forward is, I think, is more in the Western world, because in I think in Africa we have a lot of families. All of a sudden, there's uncles that come, relatives that come. You made it. Okay, you made it. We all made it. Yeah, whatever. But but I'm saying, I know the late great Dikembe Mutombo used to help a lot of people. I heard about Luka Shamba Mute. He had a camp there. Joel Embiid was discovered, and then, but my question is, are we doing enough? I know Ibaka has a camp. Biombo. Last week I mentioned Biombo played against Oscar Chibwe from the Congo, and Oscar Chibwe was saying, "Hey, this man is responsible for me being here." So, but my question is, are we doing enough? And when I say we, are we relying on Basketball Without Borders, FIBA Africa Camp, whatever? We're relying on people, because in the States, I know kids that have AAU programs. Okay, I made it. Now I'm gonna have an AU team. The brand that sponsors me gonna sponsor the team. We're gonna go and then train the next guy, trying to find the next guy, make him probably go to the same college, probably. So it's a more I think there's a more sophisticated approach, but they do it over there. I want to know. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? I mean, ladies first. OG, what do you think?
I think the answer to that is a little bit more complex than a yes or no answer. I agree with you that individuals should be doing stuff to help the next generation, but I disagree that it should fall on the shoulders of individuals. The reason why you can say there are AAU kids who run their own camps is because the government provided an AAU system. And now that kid is so famous that they can run their own camp. And I mean, I've said it many times before, it's not down to the individual who becomes successful to then save everybody. We need to stop having this complex of that one person made it out and that one person is going to drag the rest of us out of the barrel. It doesn't work like that. Governments exist for a reason, organizations exist for a reason. Their job is to create opportunities, in this case opportunities in schools, in the community, in the professional sphere, for us to become athletes and us to be successful. I think it's ridiculous for us to expect a Missy to come and run enough camps that all of the next Missies can be found. That's ridiculous. If Missy wants to run a camp every year because that's the village that he's from, he wants to go back and visit, he wants to do something, cool, that's his prerogative. But it shouldn't be expected. He should be congratulated once it's done. But people should not then think that he is going to donate all of his time, his money, his resources, his energy into finding the next big star. If that's the case, what's the point of the Cameroon Federation? Because that's their job. Their job is to create the leagues, create the systems, put in the attention, find the right staff, find the right way for the next Missy to come out. It shouldn't be on the players. Yes, they can do things, but we as the public or as the next generation should not expect it from them.
OG said it all actually. I know of players, former players who come and run camps and are invested in the community. But she OG said it. It shouldn't be on them to look for the next superstar, super player. Uh, there are systems or organizations that for that. Mm, but we, I, I think it's. I'm torn between the two about the yes or no, yes and no, because we need we need people to look up to. We need uh, to identify to people who made it. In Africa, we our role models. At some point, they should come back and say, "Okay, let's try to do something." But there, let's try to do something must start at some point and end at some point. They should not be uh, doing all the things by themselves. There should be. I mean, if let's she talk about if Missy. Let's say if Missy runs a camp, he identifies two players that can make it to professional level. Okay, he says, okay, these are two players. When he identifies them, it should be the federation to take over and nurture and feed these talents so that they keep growing, and then maybe Missy can chip in at some point or whatever. Missy being an example because for obvious reasons, uh, but maybe at some point he can chip in. But the fact is, you need you need an organigram. You need something to start at to start from. Maybe there should be the starting point. Yeah, that's it. There should be the starting point, and organizations take over when it's launched. Because I know some players who have been running camps, but if you ask the question, what's the point of these camps, you still don't know today. And they were basketball. They are African superstars. You know, uh, from I won't say which countries. I'm sorry, but because it would be too easy to identify the players. But if you ask them, what's the good you're doing? They don't know. They say they're just hosting a camp for the sake of hosting a camp, because you don't know which player come from that camp. They lost. If they train 50 young players, where are they now? Why aren't they into the mainstream basketball, like playing for youth leagues in the countries? So they should be maybe the starting point to the pay it forward, but organizations should take over once they have launched had the ball rolling. Here is my take on that.
I completely agree with both of you because because it's you guys gave your opinions, and then I have to respect your opinions, but let's agree to disagree, and I'll explain why. Because yeah, because OG said in the states the whole infrastructure is like scholastic, like academics, like you play in a school environment, either middle school, and then you play high school, college, whatever. And then once the season's over, You start with AAU. So there's all this, it's known, and there's a lot of money around, a lot of money around these kids, these kids, and then a lot of these there's boosters that go and donate money because they want to be involved in this. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Most of our most of our African countries, they think the state is supposed to go and finance everything. But we need to be, and I tell people, we need to be proactive. Hey, listen, look at, and I give an example. Like you go to every, let's say the BAL, the teams that go, they're behind the BAL, not this new BAL that they want to create with new teams, but the established teams, the African teams. They're either sponsored by the military, sponsored by the police, sponsored by the customs, sponsored by the um, big state-owned companies. You go to Switzerland, you see a little jersey, and you see like 10 patches. One little patch is a sponsor, the other little patch is another sponsor. One gives 5,000, the other one gives 10,000. The other one is a rent a car that goes and leases uh, cars at a more like affordable rate. So it's a different way of understanding. Say, listen, hey, market economy. I'm here. Around me, there's like, let's say, I don't know, hundreds of companies. Let me go and knock on doors. So it's a different. So Africa is, I think like a lot of our countries were like communists in the past, or socialists in the past. So they still come with this little socialist mentality. The state is supposed to provide everything. No, the private sector, go and knock on the little mom and pop store. They listen, hey, you guys sell pencils, right? Let me go and order a couple of pencils. You can sponsor pencils for us. You can
Can
go.
I push back on that a little bit? Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I- for the way I see it is, for any country to exist, there needs to be systems put in place so the citizens can follow those rules and then exist harmoniously. As much as private industry needs to work, if the federation doesn't go and set up a school basketball system, the school can't then go to Joe Blogs and say, hey, can you come and sponsor our under 16s basketball team? Because sponsor them for what? What and this is my point, like, the federation or the government still has to do their job to put things in place. From there, that school system, then it's now down to the school themselves to invite scouts, or to film the games, or to take photographs, or to write articles, or to do a podcast and tell people about the talent they have. And then from there, if an established player or established coach, an established team sees them, they could be like, oh, let's get this kid into a camp, whether it's a FIBA camp, an NBA camp, or a USA camp, a Europe camp. But all of these things start with the system being put in place. And this is why I say, as much as you say people need to go to the private sector, government has to do their job first.
No, that's okay. Now I see. I see. Okay, I was agreeing with you like 50%. Now it was like 75.7.
I'm, I'm glad.
No, 75.7. But no, but honestly, yeah, yeah. Listen, once again, um, like hit us up in the comment section because we want to know your opinion on this, because my opinion is, yeah, they are, but like Africa is what, 54 countries. They're not every African country has a star. So we're so limited in terms of the amount of
But
basketball stars.
they don't need a star though. That's I think this is where your question almost falls down a bit. Like, if every country needs a star for stuff to work, there's going to be a lot of countries where nothing works. It's not about,
Mm.
because somebody
Okay,
needs to
true,
create the
true, true.
system for the star to exist in the first place. And that's my point. Like, once you create the system, you get multiple stars, you get constellations. You don't need
Okay.
one. We're not looking for Jesus in Bethlehem. Like, you need more than one star, and to do that, they need to create the system. And I don't think us as a or the next generation, or parents or family or kids interested in basketball, it's not wrong for them to expect that of their federations, of their governments, for them to put the system in place. They should demand it. Because if you say that you're running for election, if you say that you want to improve the well-being, the health, the mental state of your citizens, sport is a way of doing that. Sport keeps people healthy, it creates community, it encourages healthy competition, and it's a way to showcase pride, not just in your country, but in your city, in your town, in your school. It's a way for people to be proud of something that they have done and they've achieved. So I don't see anything wrong in demanding that.
Ye- Can I once again? No, no, no. Once again, I don't. I'm seeing probably like I'm seeing just more on a. I'm not gonna say Angolan level because it's the one that I'm more familiar with and that I
Mhm.
But I'm gonna give you one example. Right now, there's 25 kids in the United States of America that me and my partner we had a direct impact on finding them, taking care of everything logistically, taking
Mhm.
care of everything in terms of the embassy, finding them schools that were giving them scholarships, and then the United States there's 23 boys and 2 girls. Um, but we're talking about two individuals. We're not talking about and then we not doing that like like we don't have like a little selfie doing yo check another one is going like no we doing it because the focus is on these kids because these kids are so talented they just needed an opportunity and then I mean they compete at the U16 Afrobasket they go ahead they compete at U18 but unfortunately probably other governments are being more um involved in sending them because I heard that Guinea, that when they won U16, out of those
Mhm.
12, I heard that nine were in the states, and now that big kid out of fun, he's probably top big in the country. He's gonna go,
Yeah.
it's gonna yeah. So we don't have a 7-1, 7-2 guy, whatever like him, but we have a lot of talent, a lot of potential. So we took took it to into our hands. Hey, listen, we doing it. They're not gonna. We don't need you to do it. You're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But then, can you imagine if there was like we two doing it, right? Multiply by like 10. How many kids would be able to be in European academies and even just go for like 2 3 years, graduate, come back, play in the local league or play in the
I
because now we have three
I
kids in
disagree.
Europe
I
in
disagree. I disagree with that. Why do they need to go to European academies? If by your logic, we as individuals should be creating our own academies, our own systems where the kids don't need to leave their home. They can go to a top tier university in Burkina Faso, in Cote d'Ivoire, in wherever, do basketball, do education. And if they don't make it in basketball, because we know not every kid is going to be a superstar, they have an education to fall back on. Why are we expecting to take our kids and send them somewhere else? And then we're also expecting the place that we send them to accept them for who they are, to not force them to change their belief system or their culture, and then to them release them back to us so that they can come and represent us when we weren't the people that invested in them in the first place. Let's be very logical about what we're saying. Either we want to create the universities, the academies, and everything in our own countries and build a system where we can be proud of the universities, colleges in our country, or we're saying we're washing our hands of that and we're just going to find stars and send them abroad and let them deal with it. And if we do that, we then can't complain if that child turns around and doesn't want to play for an African
oh
country
okay
because no
okay
African
yeah.
country invested in them in the beginning.
OG, I totally understand, but like, listen, if you want to be an astronaut, you want to go and work for NASA. You don't want to go and create a space
But
a space
why?
program.
Why,
No, because
why do you want to work for NASA? Because the propaganda is there. Who's telling you that there are
no
not space what are they called? Space stations? No,
agencies.
space agencies in other countries in the world. It's just that NASA is the one that everybody talks about because everybody knows about them. The UK has a space academy. I'm sure France has a space academy. It's not called an academy, is it? um, Whatever the
Agency,
space
space agency,
agency.
right?
Oh, I'm sure other countries have space agencies, but because NASA is the thing that's on t-shirts and Americans are so good at making movies and television shows, everybody thinks that only America are the people that know how to go to space. I promise you, Pakistan and India also know how to go to space. China knows how to go to space. Are you telling me in Africa, you said 56 countries, not one of us has a space program? To be fair, we've got other things to deal
I
with.
mean,
But I'm saying we're smart enough to have a space program. I
no,
just, I
listen, I'm
just
gonna
think
give
no, I'm
no.
angry because I feel like everybody is in the same breath that you're complaining that the West is colonizing us, the West is doing this, the West is doing that. You're the same people that want to send your kids to the West to get an education. Make your mind up. What do you want? I'm asking you, what do you
We're
want?
talking about space agency. No, let me just explain you
There's
one thing.
so much
We do have a
passion
space
here.
agency. No, we have a space agency, right? We decided to build a satellite. Angola decided to build a satellite, right? And we
Right.
teamed up with Russia. And then a couple of months later, we said that the satellite disappeared.
What do you mean
We
it
can't
disappeared?
find it. Disappeared.
Satellite disappear,
Listen,
man.
it's called Angosat, the Angosat 1. And then it disappeared. And then all of a sudden, we built Angosat 2. I'm not kidding. I swear on everything that is sacred to me. I will send you the, people. I'm not talking bad about my country. I love my country, but
We have to be
we need to.
honest.
We got to be honest. It disappeared. Oh, we lost. We can't find it. you
We
know.
lost the whole.
And
So Angola lost the whole satellite. They built a
yeah,
satellite and then they lost it.
yeah. I mean, we didn't even. I think we just sent some technicians to Russia. We saw the launch. Everything was good, whatever, and then the satellite disappeared. And then we go and then we spent like $300 million or whatever, and we built a second one. I'm not kidding. So you want this aerospatial engineer to go look for work for satellite that doesn't exist? But anyway, listen, we're getting off topic. Listen, we got Jonathan to
I'm,
go.
I'm
Hey,
tired of my people. I'm actually tired of my people because I feel like we contradict ourselves so much. Like, where
no,
I
we
don't know
have
what we should be angry about anymore. Who am I supposed to be angry at? Like, I don't. Where do you want me to put all of this energy?
no, but listen, I understand what you say. Okay, create great academies locally and then whatever. But then check this out. You go, look what China does. China sends listen, China is a great example. They went, boom, send them like Europe, US, like everywhere, Canada, da, da, da. And then what do they do? Reverse engineer. They pick up a car, they dismantle, and put it back together. Okay, we know how to do it. Let's go home and create something, at home. So that's what we're supposed to at least aim to become, you know, go because yeah, when you mentioned okay, you might not be able to not want to come back because all the brain drain
Mhm.
is in effect. You go and then all our Nigeria has how many sons and daughters of Nigerians they're in the states working as Americans. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's doctors and even scientists. A bunch of them. So yeah, I totally understand. But it's a little bit more. I mean, we such a young continent, like we don't even have like
Yeah,
if
that's
you think
true.
about it,
That's true.
because these institutions is like institutions that like as universities and places of higher education that've been around longer than we've been around as independent.
Yeah, that's a good
Can you
point. Yeah.
imagine
Yeah, that's actually
the
crazy because some countries
Sorbonnes, the
have only
you
had
know
like 20 years independence, right?
50 years, 50
50
years,
years.
and then
Yeah.
look at my country. There was 50 years, and then uh, 30 years civil war. You were
Mhm.
independent, you were at war with each other. So and then obviously, unfortunately, our continent is such a young. I mean, it's a young in terms of like we have a young population and we have a young, really, really, really young. Hopefully, I mean, if we get together, but that's a story for another day. Jonathan disappeared. He's,
Jonathan,
he was
he was
supposed to
so
go and talk.
passionate, he had to leave. Like he
I
had to go
know.
call somebody.
Jonathan, Earth to Jonathan.
Oh gosh.
Okay, don't tell me that the island there's a storm.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh. Island connection every
I know, I
time.
know. Nah, but his internet was faster than mine the other day, man.
It's
Yeah,
going
but
to I'm telling you, Africa is moving in the right direction. From him to
I
have
know,
passed the internet. Remember when Jonathan's internet was so slow? I was waiting for
I know,
hours.
I
It's
know, and even
crazy.
even even Jigo the same thing. Jigo was
Jigo's
faster than me.
internet is sometimes it has good day. Jigo's internet reminds me of a girlfriend who likes to cause problems for no reason. like, like sometimes she just decides today she's choosing violence, and we're
And
all
he's
at her
back.
mercy.
He's back.
Hi,
Monsieur,
Jonathan.
Quiz. Quizmaster, listen. Now we're gonna jump into Jonathan. He has a lot to talk
Oh yeah,
about the next topic. Here you go. The floor is yours, sir.
let's go.
So the road to BAL started yesterday, and there have been some very interesting games. Um, it's essentially in the Division West. Oh no, oh sorry, both Division East and West have started. We'll start with talk of a town, talk of a moment. It's about Rafael Putney. Am I right? Saying I don't know if I'm saying the name right. So, who set up a new record uh, against Jabal Basket Ikoni? I'm sorry, Jabal. Those are my guys from Comoros. Sorry for them, but they had to go through this 102.50 loss. But yeah, Rafael Putney just had a field day yesterday, and I think it's clear that the today's game will show that uh, the city has qualified for the Elite 16 now, and it's more so interesting that they have recruited some big names, for this campaign, Road to BL campaign. The roster on the roster we can see Nisre Zuzua, who's been there, Ashim Tabit, and Sulu Diabate. Those are the names that most African basketball fans will know because because. And so what happened today is that Dar City beat Namuwongo Blazers 83-70. It seemed to be a very more level game, but yeah, Dar City being Dar City, we were host with the players. Like I said, yeah, we did the job. We did the job and qualified for the next round. Mm, so what's going on is today, uh, Spintex Knight from Ghana. I thought we were talking about them last week. You correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, yeah, they claimed a win against LPRC Oilers from Liberia. So which is good to see because Liberia is coming back on the African scene after their appearance at the under 16 AfroBasket. They're in the road to BAL, so it's looks like they're on the right track. Spin Night. Sorry, Spintex Knights have are now in a one in a 1-0-1 strike, and they still need to play Elan Basket, uh, Elan Coton Basketball tomorrow. So to see who will make it between to the Elite 16s. So this was a bit for Group B in the Division West. What's next? What next? What next? Currently underway, two games. There are two games underway for Group A and Group B. So in the Group A Division West, Group A, the CRBT and Al Ali Benghazi are looking horns right now, and Benghazi have a 10-point lead at the time of speaking. You know, leading 34-23, and the last game is between Jeunesse Club d'Abidjan and Elan Couture Basket. And it's a second quarter, and Abidjan is leading 26-8. So at the moment we're speaking, at the time we're speaking, it's obviously they have. Uh, Next week we're gonna know who made it to the Elite 16, and we'll bring you some more fresh news. Thank you, and the mic is over to you, Pifak.
Sorry, does anyone else also think when it comes to Road to BAL that game day two is always better than game day one? Game day one, you just get blowout games. Game day two, everybody has played like one game at this point. So everybody's comfortable and you get the closer games. Is it just me that thinks that?
Hey, you had a closer game yesterday in game day one. There was a close
Yeah,
game
I like
between. Uh, it was the Oilers and Elan. It was close to the till 1 minute to go, and then they just uh, how do you say that, mishandled the ball, missed their shots and all that, and that this is what cost them the game actually. So, but yeah, that's one game out of 4 or 5. But yeah, you might be right. I said you might be right.
I mean, you could just say I am right. We could just go with that.
Always right.
Thank you. That's it.
Come
No, but the
on.
fact that that kid Raphael, he outscored the whole team, and he had
Yeah, that's
55, and
crazy.
then the team had 50. That was like, oh, I mean, I remember he played in the BAL last year
Yes,
in South
yeah.
Africa. He was dunking everything. I was like, who's this kid? I didn't
Yeah.
know him, right?
Yeah.
He was just dunking everything. He played, yeah, and then yeah,
Where's he from? Like
I think he's
what
American. Yeah.
nationality is he?
I think he's
Oh,
American. Yeah,
he's
US.
an American. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yes, okay.
yeah. Like yeah. He was just. I think he all he did was dunk. He just dunked everything. This kid
Yeah.
was like, yeah, he was. Yeah.
That just makes me feel like nobody's playing defense if you're just allowing him to get inside like that. What are we doing? This is where Jiggo would come in handy because he's the analytical guy who sits there and watches the games. But he hasn't been here for the last three podcasts. We're not going to mention that anymore.
But
Okay, let's move on.
I know
Without being,
because he has a game.
without
Because he
trying,
has a game.
without trying to replace Jigo because Jigo is a specialist now. Uh, yeah, uh, he missed only one of 14 shots from inside the paint. That Plotny guy.
Oh, wow.
I know. He just dunked it, and then he hit nine
Yeah.
threes. Yeah, it was like yeah,
Nine
Nine
three.
threes.
Yeah.
yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. Kid was
Yeah,
on.
that's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy.
So
he
yeah.
outscored the team. But and now we're gonna go. We listen. We try to keep everything under 60 minutes. It's not gonna be possible because we love to talk. We love to talk. When it's only Caro and I, we get it. We get it. We go straight to the. But the
Okay.
island
Bye.
boy likes to.
Bye. Bye. Keep doing it. Good. Bye.
No, don't leave. Don't leave.
Come on, hey, because the quiz is coming. But before the
Yeah,
quiz,
this is
we're gonna talk
let's go.
about one top. We're gonna talk about hidden hoops, and then today we're gonna go. Because it's like this. Africa, we play this. Our sport is played in our continent. In many places. And one of the places that we're gonna talk about today is Burkina Faso. It's not a hotbed for talent. Like historically, but so in order for this to happen, it's gonna go to Jonathan. He's gonna talk about the past.
So what I've been looking around for Burkina Faso basketball, and yeah, it's there's not much to say about it, but the main accomplishment was a spot at the 2013 FIBA for basket, and where they finished at 16th, uh, 16th place. 5 games, 5 losses, but yeah, they were there and they they, they made it. Uh, so far there haven't been many players uh, from uh, from the from Burkina Faso to have made it through uh, the to the big leagues, But some players, I've seen that some players. Oh, where? What's that? Some players have been saying that they need to regroup because it's time for them uh, to move on to try to come back on the big scene and big African scene. You know, uh, one of the players was Hervé Yameogo, who has been the captain for years. He said that there are some players who play in Europe, Jean-Victor Traoré, Joris Bado, and some other players who are in the universities in the US, and but Yameogo said that the players, some of those players did not identify with their home colors, home nation, and they say that he insisted that inequality of financial assistance from the government to basketball as compared to football was the reason why basketball was lagging behind, and that's it. As for the under 16, under 18, sorry, uh, under 18 basketball team, uh, they made one appearance at the 2014 under 18 AfroBasket qualification stage, so they didn't make it to the main competition, and that's it for me. I'm sorry for it being so up and down, but yeah, that's all I found for the time being. OG, please don't
It's
comment.
all good. It's all good. Listen, now OG is
I'm
gonna
not,
come with
not
this
saying
like,
anything.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, I'm telling you,
I don't
she's
know what
gonna
you
talk
guys are
about the
talking
president
about.
now. There you go. The mic is yours.
Thank you. So today, basketball in Burkina Faso is entering a new chapter. Still small, but full of movement and ambition. At the top of the pyramid is that, and let me start. I should have started by saying all of the names I'm about to tell you, I am pronouncing incorrectly. I don't want to see it in the comments. Don't come after me. You guys know I cannot read names. African, European, Asian, it doesn't matter. They're going to sound wrong. So just imagine I'm saying the name correctly. Okay. Bakinabi, it's got an accent on the E, guys. Men's Basketball Championship is a semi professional league that's run by the National Federation, FIBA, which is FEBBA. The league features around 20 teams. Most of them are based in the capital city, which is Ouagadougou. Sure.
Ouagadougou.
The heart, say again?
Ouagadougou.
Ouagadougou. Yeah, yeah. Which is the heart of Burkina B basketball, with others from Bobo, Doualasso, and Kadu Ugu. Sure. Historic clubs like Rail Club de Kajigo, AS Sabonabe, and Académie d'Or des Arches dominate the local scene. You see, that's my French accent there. It's working well. Games are mostly played in an open air arena like the Palais des Sports de Oga in 2000 in the year 2000, which doubles as the national team's home court. And right now, AS Douanes Ogodugu is carrying the national flag for the road to BAL 2026 qualifiers. They earned their spot by winning the domestic title and now face continental heavyweights like Alali Benghazi and CRBT Mali. It's their first real taste of top tier African competition, club competition, and their performance is a fast, physical, and passionate one. But they are proving that Burkina Faso belongs on the club basketball stage. At grassroots level, basketball participation is growing at a steady pace. While official numbers are not made public, schools, universities across the capital city, and other cities like Boba Doualasso are running regular tournaments, and youth academies like Académie des Hauts des Arches are bridging the gap between education and elite basketball play. Even projects like the Giants of Africa, supported by I Am Gold, have built new basketball courts to widen the access for young players across the country. So, while the system isn't fully professional yet, the foundations of the system are real. A national league with viable clubs is inspiring a new generation of players to consistently believe in Burkina Faso basketball. And hopefully that will translate beyond their borders. Now over to P Funk for the future of the game.
Okay, okay, okay. The future of Burkinabe basketball has one name and one last name. Mohamed Dabone. That kid allegedly is 12 years old. He's 12 years old. He plays for Barcelona, and I have never seen anything like that. People are calling it if Wemby and Giannis had a kid, that's him. The kid is so athletic. The kid is, even if he's 16, he'll be a monster. I don't know if he's 16, but that kid is, I think is if he plays, if he decides to play for Burkina Faso, which I doubt because he plays in the Barcelona farm system. He probably like a couple of years he's gonna have Spanish citizenship, whatever. But that kid is a monster. I saw him dunking on the biggest, baddest guy in high school basketball. He dunked on him. He dunked on Marcus. Boom. So he is the face of Burkina Faso basketball. Hopefully, uh, he's playing. Come on, he's practicing with the first team already from with Barcelona, and he plays in Adidas next generation tournament, like the youth level EuroLeague. And the kid is a monster. And then there's another kid that he plays in college. And no, yeah, he's in college. His name is Philippe. Let me see if I can pronounce his name. Tuji Simpaye. He plays he's a guard, a really high paced guard, flashy, whatever. But there's not a lot of information about a lot of Burkinabe players abroad. Maybe one of the reasons that I was told is because a lot of them acquire French citizenship and play as French, so they don't go, But like this, so these two names that I mentioned, Mohamed Abon, and then this Philippe that is in Leighton Christian Academy in the States. There's also a couple of other ones that play in Switzerland, French speaking European countries, Switzerland and in France, not in Belgium. But the future, like I said, if they can produce two or three or four more Mohamed Abons, or even the future is going to be bright for that country. Hopefully, he's going to play for them because to me he's the next big international star with the level of skill that he has, the coordination, the I don't know if you guys watch him, but like Mohamed Dabon, like you live in Spain, OG, just check him out. Check him out. That kid is he's a problem. So that's what we have for Burkina
Allegedly
Faso.
12 years old.
Alleged no, allegedly. Allegedly. But listen, I'm all for come on, there's another one because he's 12, right? So
Hmm.
I think Real Madrid went and got somebody to like to offset him. He's 11, but the guy looks like he's 19. Honestly, the
How can
kid
you
is.
be 11 going on 19 is crazy.
Listen, there's nothing. Hey, there's no. Hey, believe me,
Wow.
I've seen not the age gap, but like I've seen six. I've seen six. Yeah, but anyway,
Wow.
this is a story for another day. Anyways, we this was hidden hoops, and then let's go to the okay, because Jonathan said we should change the name into his name, whatever, like the
Oh,
quiz, but like he's still the quiz master, you know. But today, listen,
today I'm going
um,
to redeem
I'm
myself.
all about giving flowers when no, for real, for real. Listen, I'm all about giving flowers when they still here to get them.
Hmm.
Today, Carlos Moraes turned 40 this week. So the five
Wow.
questions are going to be about Carlos Moraes.
Oh,
These are my
crap.
homage to come on. You interviewed him. You listen. You
I
know more about
know.
Carlos than yeah. You know more
It's
about
true.
Carlos than Jonathan. So
It's
you okay.
true.
So,
It's true.
anyways, what we're gonna do now? We're gonna talk about is five questions about
Mhm.
Carlos Moraes, the Angolan goat. So here we go.
I'm
First
nervous.
question. First question. Okay. Okay. Carlos had in the 2008 Olympics. Carlos was the top scorer against the United States of America.
Yeah.
How many points did he score that game?
I mean, I feel like I did like a classic game on this, and I don't even remember. It feels like such a long time ago I did that.
5, 4,
When
3,
did I even interview?
2, 1.
Exact
Eh,
score.
show your answer. No, how many?
Oh,
No, no. How
shut
many
up,
points did he
Jonathan.
score? No,
Exact
how many?
score.
How many? Show off. No, how
No,
many points did he
Exactly.
score?
All right, you ready? You want to see mine?
Yeah.
I put 26. Oh,
What about you,
okay. He put the exact
Jonathan?
number because he was there watching the game and he wrote a report. 22. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Okay. So wait. Okay. I'm a generous person today. You guys both missed it for the same by the same amount by 2 points. So both of you get a point. So both of you
Yay.
get a
Okay.
point because
I'll take
you
that.
guys just because he scored
It was
24 points against the
24.
States. Yeah,
Thought
24 points
24. And I
against.
was like, okay. Damn.
Okay, okay, okay. It's a good start
Pressure's on.
for OG.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
All
you for
right.
recognizing.
Okay. Second question. In 2013, Carlos was he signed with a team in the NBA. Could you please tell me the name
Damn
of the
it.
team that he signed?
Damn it. Why are you doing this to me? This is a question Jigo would have got. Okay, I'm going to need some help. Are we doing East Coast or West Coast? Let's start with that.
East.
So that's New York sides. New York is on the East, no? Is that not what East Coast
Yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're looking at me
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, that's the East, right? Okay, cool. So it's people on that side of the bloody hell.
Another hint.
Yeah.
They were recently not super recently, but like they were champions recently, yeah. In the next,
So
yeah,
so it's not a New
they were,
York team
yeah,
then.
they were.
Ah! Um, who was a champion recently?
5, 4,
I
3,
don't know.
2, 1. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna give you another
I
hint, but like, too late now.
I put the Bucks. The Raptors are not East. That's a whole other. That's North.
It's East. You're right. It's the Eastern Conference. Yeah,
Oh,
it's NBA wise the East. There's
okay,
only
fair.
there's
Fine.
no north south. Yeah,
Yeah, there's no
yeah,
North
East
South.
and
I
West.
just
Okay,
where's Chigo when you
so
need him,
it's 2-1 for the quiz master.
bruv?
Okay,
wait. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. I didn't write any report on that. When that's the only, when I was trying to read on Carlos Moraes back then, that's the only team that came up, NBA team.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, I didn't write any report on that.
You know what's crazy?
okay.
If the clue had been they wear red, I would have picked the Raptors. Of every team, I would have picked because in my head I'm like, it's not the
I was
Bulls,
gonna
so it has
say
to be the Raptors.
no. I was gonna say there's a great African influence. But
Oh
then
yeah.
everyone would know. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone would
fair.
know. Okay, third question.
Hmm.
Carlos played in the US, he played in Portugal, he played in Angola, but he also played in another country. So there's a two-part question. Okay. Number one, which country was it? Number two, which team was it?
I don't know the team.
You interviewed him.
I know, and I feel like I didn't ask him that. I feel like we talked about Afro
I never
basket.
met I never met Carlos in my life.
You've
I never
never.
met Carlos. In my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know all the questions about him, stalker. No, I'm just being mean.
Haters gonna hate.
Five, 4, 3,
What's the team?
2, 1. Beep. Okay, show your answers, please.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I put Spain as well. I put Spain too. Oh, where's the camera here? Don't know if you can read it.
Bulgaria? Is it Bulgaria and Spain?
No, I said Spain,
No.
and I put either. Oh, what did you put?
I
I put Atletico or Fuenlabrada.
I put Bulgaria.
What did you put? What did you
Oh,
put?
Bulgaria.
No, he played. No, he played in Italy for Siena.
Damn it.
He played in Italy. Yeah,
Ah!
he played in Italy for Siena. Yeah, but then he went back
What
to
did you
Angola.
say? How did you? What did you
I
call
put
me earlier?
Spain. Oh, a stalker.
He called you stalker. He called you stalker.
You're not doing a very good job.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
By the laws of geography, Bulgaria is much more closer to Italy than Spain. Please give me that
No,
point.
we're not doing that. Don't give him that point. We're not doing that. He said Bulgaria, okay?
Give me my
Bulgaria
point.
is super far. Okay.
Trying
Okay.
it.
And then, how many times was Carlos voted the MVP of the AfroBasket? And when? Two-part question.
Ooh. When is crazy? I should know this.
Yep.
Oh my god. Once I had that question, no?
I think we had one. We talked about it once. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
He was young. He was. Can you tell me if one of them was 2013? Just yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then at least I get 1 point. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
The
5,
other one is
4,
oh,
3,
wow.
2,
Okay. I think he's
1.
too young for this one, but
Eh,
I'm gonna put it anyway.
Show your answers, please.
I don't think that's oh, it can't be because Nigeria won that year.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna do
Jonathan
that
got
one.
it correct.
Wait, I put what Jonathan put. Whatever Jonathan said, I'm saying the same thing. So I put twice, and I've put 2013 and 2009.
She's wrong.
um,
She's wrong.
Jonathan, you're not
you get
you're
a
not in
point.
charge of the quiz.
She's
You
wrong.
get a point.
Wrong.
No, Jonathan gets 2 points. Jonathan gets 2 points. You get one because you got 2013 right.
What
So
was the other year?
it's
Was it
right now
17?
it's no, it was only 2013. You
Oh,
only
he only
won
won
once.
once. Ah, gas.
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
I should
you
have just
won. Yeah.
I should have just kept it as 20. Okay, fine. So it's
So
still it's 2-1
it's
or
four.
3-1?
No, it's 4-2. 4-2.
4-2. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, because he had two, now 4-4-2. He won, but like I'm gonna spice it up a little bit.
Wait,
I'm
how
gonna
does he
spice
get how he had two before? Oh, he
now
gets
he's
1
four.
point.
Yeah.
Oh, because I got
Yeah,
one
yeah.
part right, but I got the other part wrong. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a two-part question. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then the last question. Okay.
You know what? The last question should be double or nothing, innit? Because if I get mine right, then I would win.
Okay, double or nothing. Okay, double or nothing.
All right, hit
Double or
me.
nothing. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
come on. Okay,
Haters
this
gonna
Carlos,
one.
hate.
how many times did Carlos win the FIBA AfroBasket title? Gold medal.
Hmm. Okay. I think this is correct.
Okay. So
Wait, uh, still, mm,
5, 4, 3, 2,
Please, God.
1. Show your answers.
Don't know if you can see it. What did you put? 4? Damn.
and and the quiz master does it again. He
Did he
does
win
it
four
again.
times?
Yeah, he won 4 times. 2005, 2007,
2013?
2009. No, 5,
Oh.
7, 9, and 13. And he got silver in 11 and 15.
Yeah,
So that
11 and
kid been,
15, he got
he's all
silver.
about winning. That kid is, yeah.
Carlos, I know you're
Yeah,
going to
he got
watch this. I
silver.
want you to
So
know I did actually pay attention in the interview we did, and I did a lot of research. But you need to understand that was like earlier this year. That was like January. This is now November. Am I supposed to retain all of this information? Also, happy birthday, and thank you so much for listening.
okay, but listen, hey, once again, I try to go and deviate a little bit from like Afrobasket, da da da. Jonathan still
And
got it.
he still
Anyways, I mean,
wins.
yeah. So he's hosting next time next week. So
Okay, so one
he's
of
not
us is going to
winning.
win. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
and then we
don't
start.
think
I
he's
think,
gonna win.
Yeah,
Think you're gonna win.
I think that's
we're
fair.
gonna. He's gonna have a ban on. We're gonna put a ban on him participating. Anyways, listen. It was once again the every time we hear it's we do it for you guys. Like African basketball, it's right now. There's always something happening. There's always something
Mhm,
happening. Now it's the road to BAL. Before it was the U16, and then we're gonna have the actual BAL. We're gonna have the qualification for the World Cup. So we all every week we're gonna be here talking about African basketball, and then in a passionate way.
mhm.
OG was talking about something. I talk about something. We missing two members, but like Marcel's on assignment.
Mhm.
The other one, I don't know what he's doing. He's
He's
playing.
just out here playing games, literally.
I know, I know. And then, because listen, he won one quiz, and then now he thinks
Yeah,
yeah.
he
So
thinks he's
yeah,
amazing.
well,
He
hopefully
thinks
he's
he's
gonna be back
Superman.
next week. I know because of one quiz. But anyways, listen, please, follow us, like, share, subscribe, like look us up on any social, like on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X. I was gonna say Twitter. I'm old school. On
Mhm,
X. And then we need to go, and then if you want to go and listen, like hear our beautiful voices, you can go on Spotify, and then you can also go on Apple Podcasts. We there.
mhm.
We everywhere now. And then listen, we're gonna go for the closing, for the final thought. As always, it's gonna be after me is always Jonathan. So okay,
Yes.
Jonathan, the floor is yours, sir.
The one question I have right now is, what is home court? Jigo. No,
It's
seriously.
a very
Uh,
good
uh,
question.
seriously, with BAL and WBLA qualifiers on the way, which,
Mhm,
starting tomorrow. mm, what what can be done at different levels to make sure that basketball, the sports, remains lively. I mean, gains more and more followers. I don't know if we talked about this earlier in the precedent in the previous episode, but with the end of year being a very very active one, like nearly every year, what can be done to make sure that the sport has more and more followers? That's it for me. Next week.